Peace and blessings, everybody. Welcome back. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we're about to ready to get back into it. So please come on back into the live, and we're going to finish doing what we're doing, giving our fresh perspective on this week's hot topics. So, O 2.0, man. Last time we left, we was actually talking about the Shield, and we was talking about preseason and just the effects and just different things was going on. But while we was preparing and trying to get ready to start back up, you brought back a very interesting point. You was like, we doing all of this, and rookies and quarterbacks have reported. I mean, do you really feel like we're gonna have a season, or do you think things are gonna be halted?
Well, I do feel like the season's going to start. Now, will the season finish? I don't know. The only time will tell. Hopefully, it do. Hopefully, we see a Super Bowl, but who knows? I mean, we don't know nothing in this day and time. Something's happening different every day. I mean, every day something new. So hopefully the season start. I mean, the season's definitely going to start. Roger Goodell said that yesterday it's going to start on time. Will they finish on time? I don't know. Only time will tell.
And the scary thing about that,
we don't have a Super Bowl. Y'all tripping. I don't know what y'all talking about, man. I don't know why we playing. The world is moving, people. Money is being made. Companies are being sold. Sports are being played. Governments are being ran. Courts are happening. They are arresting and releasing people. I don't know what y'all looking at, right? But the world is moving.
All right, Courtney, I'll ask you this.
If we're going to have
so far, we've had prominent athletes, test positive.
Anybody on here seen how to learn it?
Hold on.
Remember Ice Cube?
Courtney, we haven't seen any prominent athletes pass away because of this.
Okay.
If we unfortunately see a death, do you think they continue to play? I'm not talking about just the positive. I'm talking somebody actually getting COVID and passing away because of it. Does the season continue or does it halt?
How many days they stopped the NBA when Kobe died?
Kobe did not die because of COVID.
I'm asking you a regular question. How many days did they stop the NBA when Kobe died?
There was no stoppage.
Have you ever seen them stop the NBA when somebody died?
I think this is different.
Have you ever seen an NFL player with an illness die?
This is different.
What's different?
It's different because we're in a pandemic.
They're making you sign a waiver that if you so catch it and harm yourself, you won't sue them. So you think they're going to stop if you die? All right, show it to me.
That's a good point. Now, D, I need you to weigh in on this because, the reason why Adam Silver shut it down is because, all right, Gobert tested positive.
They had no understanding of what was going on.
Exactly.
So it was okay to shut it down.
Exactly. So, NFL, they ready to go. They ready to make this money. Mm-hmm. D, I'm going to ask you the same question. I don't think they're going to shut things down for positive tests. But if somebody was to unfortunately pass away, would they then stop the season like Bo is suggesting that they possibly could?
I don't know if they would. I don't know if they. I think that there would be a season delay. Like they postponed games for a week when Kobe passed. Let's be clear.
Yeah, the Lakers game got canceled.
Yeah. They postponed games for 7 days. Not all of them, but they postponed a select amount of games for a select amount of teams, particularly the Clippers and the Lakers, for 7 days. So if somebody
the Clippers and the Lakers stopped, the NBA
several teams stopped. The New Orleans Pelicans opted not to play.
The NBA stopped.
The business of the NBA did stop for about 2 days. That's a fact. They didn't have any NBA games until that Thursday, even though they were supposed to play on that Tuesday.
And listen, Kobe,
but that's this
great player, and I understand what you're saying, but I'm talking. If it's
I don't want to get caught up on the Kobe thing. I'm just answering the question because it brings me to the next portion of this. Kobe's death was unpredicted, could not have been prevented. If they get into this situation where a player or multiple players pass away as a result of their own negligence, I believe that the the air of caution will heighten to the extent that yes, there could be a stoppage, maybe even a cancellation.
It depends who get it too.
Yeah,
Let the star get it.
Now you talking, folks. Now you talk. Now that's a fresh perspective right there.
I don't want to say that no names because I don't want nobody to get
Exactly.
Get
You're not saying no names.
Let one of the elite players get it.
I think that's
Why you don't want to say no name? It's not
because it's not like you want to project it on somebody.
It's not projecting it. You're giving a comparison of who it would take.
Any tier 1 star.
Say if Pat Mahomes get it.
He's a tier 1 star. Any tier 1
Lamar
star.
Jackson.
Watch your mouth, man.
I'm Tom Brady.
Any tier 1 star.
Exactly.
Any tier 1 star.
I don't believe it.
Wow.
Show me different. I'm not saying y'all wrong. I don't believe it. Show me different.
I mean,
I think once they went into effect of they going to make their money, with what's going on, the world stopped. We were all in the house.
Let me ask you a question.
They still are moving forward.
Let me ask you a question. We talking about the NFL.
Hospital workers have died.
Let's switch to the NBA. If LeBron James was to get it and die from it, you think they'll still be playing basketball?
no, absolutely not.
If LeBron James they're gonna cancel the rest of the season.
That's very possible because he's the man. He's the king right now. And I think
that would be two back-to-back Lakers stars that died in one. Man, come on.
Yes.
Come on, man.
And
let's be clear, we're not wishing this to happen to anyone.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
Absolutely not. So I think that's very interesting. It's like, in pre-show we was talking about a possible second or third wave. Listen, man, the first wave hasn't stopped yet. we didn't get that official dip for it to be like, okay, this is
appreciate
now
you,
second wave. Yeah, shout out to Ice, man. Appreciate that. Anything else, man, you guys was thinking in terms of the Shield? Oh, we gotta talk. Listen, the sound stoppage almost got me to forget about a particular subject that I know we were supposed to touch today. This week,
you've been trying to touch a lot today.
Daniel Snyder decided to go with the Washington franchise.
Washington football team.
All right, hold on. The Washington football franchise.
Come on, man.
What's the problem? Talk to me.
Well, the problem is
right.
It was so many names that should have been available, but due to one of his fans' hobbies, those fans weren't available. And I was on the Alphabet show last night. Shout out to Ramona Don, Marcus Betts. Thank you for allowing me to be on your show. We was talking about this on the show last night. And personally, I haven't called I've been calling them the Washington franchise since like 95, 96. So that was always my personal position. I never pushed that on anybody else or walked around with pom-poms and anything
Washington
like that.
football team, not franchise.
Yeah, but me, that was
They was named
right. That was always my name for them.
Right.
So now they're getting rid of the R word, and one of their fans,
the R word.
Come on, you know what I'm talking about?
One of their fans,
the R word. You really just did that?
I did.
Come on, man.
One of their fans,
You spazzing.
have.
You already don't like red because it's the color of your skin, but now you taking it to the oh man, come on.
Has trademarked a lot of the possible name changes that they were considering. So to me, that's kind of slowed the progress. And Daniel said, "Okay, we're gonna go with the Washington franchise." I think it has a ring to it. But Courtney, you got some feelings about this, man. Talk to me about this situation.
I don't got no problem with Daniel Snyder doing his football team. This is what y'all want to take the names. I'm not about to pay you for no names. Y'all don't like any of the names that I feel fit. Y'all didn't like the name that I've had when I bought the team. So how about this? Washington football team, and nobody be mad at nobody. You hear me? That's what you are, a football team. That's what you will be called,
The Washington football team.
the Washington football team. You feel me? And we'll just live like that. And I'm with you. Live like we're in the 50s. No name or nothing. Just you're lucky you didn't leave it at Washington. Yeah.
Well, at least he got to keep his colors, though.
The Washington.
The wash. You heard?
That's what they've been over the last decade. The wash.
Listen, that man is allowed to do what he wants with his team.
All
What
right.
you mad at?
Bo 2.0, talk to me about this situation, man. What you
I
think?
mean, the name's only a 1 year. He said after this year, they're going to find a name for his team, whatever you gonna call
I
it.
thought they was going with the Washington Warriors. What happened with that?
I mean,
I
that
think
was
that's
a
one
rumor.
of the names that's bought.
That trademark boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did a litiny of names.
Yeah, it's like 123 names or something like that.
Like
Something like
I keep my mouth shut about that.
I mean, can you imagine the Washington football versus the Baltimore Ravens? Like when they announced it, Washington football versus the Baltimore Ravens this week in Week 17. Like, can you imagine that?
The
Like,
Washington football team versus the Baltimore.
the Washington Red Robins? I don't know. I don't know.
Look, man. Look, it don't matter what
The
you
Washington
call
politicians?
them, Washington football. We still gonna call them the Redskins. Let's just be real.
They could be the Senators.
They could be the hypocrites. Oh, my bad.
Whoa.
Okay.
It don't matter.
Hey, you know what?
So
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I feel like y'all hating on Daniel.
Hey, listen.
Now, listen,
I hate on Daniel
I've
Snyder
never
as
met-
much as I hate on Kanye.
I don't know who. See,
I
I don't know Daniel Snyder, and I don't know his ins and outs. I don't know what's true, what's not true. I can't label that man because I don't know that man personally to call him anything. But there's nothing wrong with. Listen, I'm not about to pay you for this name, bro. You're not gonna get no bread off you. No.
I agree with that 100%.
All right, so they're watching football, and nobody be happy. So now, blame your homeboy. When you want to know why you ain't got a logo and a mascot, because your homeboy wanted to buy everything. So one of y'all buy it from him, and I buy it from you. Maybe.
Shout out to John Higgins. He said he can't stay on with us today, but keep it up, man. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate the support.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Okay. So D, I know you offered a couple jokes on the subject, but did you have any takes, anything? How did you feel about it?
I echoed Courtney's sentiments fully. We laughed about this, and we laughed some more, and we laughed some more. We laughed as much as some people apologize when they get caught in political turmoil. Shout out to Bo. Keep your mouth shut today. I feel like he was well within his rights to choose whatever he wanted to choose. People blatantly tried to screw him over. And to Courtney's point, Courtney said something earlier that was like that's powerful. I don't necessarily like it, especially with my Native American background. But here's the thing: he ain't named the team.
Exactly.
He inherited this team.
Exactly.
No, he didn't inherit the team. He bought the team.
He inherited the name when he purchased the team.
Yeah.
And he was a fan of the name,
and you got to understand that as much as we want to throw him under the bus,
bought it like this, man.
and
How am I the bad guy?
Yeah.
and as much as you want to throw him up under the bus, here's the thing.
Wait.
Here's the thing.
Y'all didn't have
I
to
guarantee you,
change
he
it,
didn't
right?
want to change it. I guarantee you, he may have wanted to change it, but when he went to the constituents and the people, I'm telling you, when he goes to the people that pay them bills, it's like, why are we changing the name?
If
So-
I ask you something, hold on.
That's not how it went down.
I got a question. for you.
Oh, you was in the boardroom?
When he bought the team, did they ask him to change the name immediately?
Yes.
And what was that?
I will not change the name. Period.
All right.
He grew up a fan of that team. He grew up a fan of that name, the
Okay.
colors, the laundry. He
Okay.
didn't want to change.
So he grew up
anything.
this way.
Yes.
All right.
Who named the team originally?
The
Blame
owner,
them.
The
Blame
owner.
them.
The
No.
owner.
Well,
Why
blame
they- why
the
they-
original owner.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original owner.
Who was the original owner?
I forgot his name. Ramona Dye told me some history about it that I didn't know about. The history that I knew.
Tell me the
that
history.
the original owner,
Uh-huh.
that was part of his persona. I don't even know if he was actually Native American.
The guy that they
He used
modeled
to
the
present
logo
himself
off of
as-
didn't even care, and he was pure Native American. So
No. I do want to know the brief history. Go ahead, tell me.
Well,
Because I need to know who the first owner was.
Well,
That's
the way
who should be mad.
the way Ramona Dye had presented it, like I
Okay.
said, I didn't know that history, but I was told it was a man like who owned.
shout out to Ramona Dye.
He presented himself as Native American, and that was his like persona, or whatever. Ramona also said to me that there was 4 Native American members on the team, and the coach was half Native American as well.
So
she
they
said
named the team after themselves in a sense.
but the owner wasn't Native American. That was a persona.
1932, they was originally the Boston Braves under ownership of George Preston Marshall.
Still Native American associated. But okay, go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, so that's that.
When they relocated to Washington, they became the Redskins.
Yeah, I think we've covered this enough.
No, we covered it enough. I'm just saying, don't be mad at Daniel Snyder. I bought the team this way.
There are other reasons to be mad
Bye,
at Daniel
bye.
Snyder, but I'll leave that alone. But actually, guys, I'm gonna go from the shield to the bubble. It's bubble time, guys. Scrimmages are being played. So, a couple weeks ago we didn't have any sports, and now we're about to be inundated with the big three, actually the big four. So,
we already in it with hockey, and they ain't had not one case.
That's a good thing. That's a beautiful thing. I want to talk about this bubble, man. And everybody knows I'm a big draft guy. Like, I love the draft. And one of the players that I was interested in a while back was Bol Bol. I wanted Bol Bol on my Washington Wizards so bad. And in the scrimmage, Bol not only dropped 16, he grabbed 10 and he got 6 blocks. Bo, how'd you feel about that performance, man? And then talk to me about them immediately testing him for PEDs after that.
Hey, man, that's Courtney Bol.
Yeah.
I just hope he turn out to be better than Thon Maker. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that.
Yeah. He had a good game. Good game for him. I'm happy for him. Hope he can stay healthy. I mean, with being that height and that slim, people like that don't last that long in the league because of injuries. His dad's career got cut short because of injuries, but I find it kind of strange they drug test him. That was weak for them doing that. They shouldn't have did that, but I'm pretty sure he passed the drug test. And I'm happy he balled out. He has 7'3", 7'2" with guard-like skills. I'm happy he balled out. He was good in college, but got hurt in college too. So I'm happy he balled out. Good for him. One thing I got to say about the bubble: why is the NBA the only one that's in the bubble? Major leagues get baseball they traveling. Football's going to travel. NHL going to travel. Why is the NBA the only one?
You got to understand these leagues have autonomy on how they want to conduct themselves, and we talked.
Sharon said the Deadskins.
Listen, we talked a couple weeks ago about how successful Fight Island was, and so I think the bubble was a great idea. That was what Adam Silver and his team came up with to protect their players.
Like I said, even though I don't even feel like it's safe for them to be playing, I'm going to watch it because it's nothing else to watch on TV. So I'm excited to watch the game.
So you watching it out of pure boredom? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. And I like basketball. Who don't like basketball? But I still don't. Me and you still don't feel like they should be playing.
That's facts.
I'm just being real.
I do.
So Courtney,
because you don't care.
Because
you don't. No. When I say you don't care because they made a decision to go out there. You're saying these guys are adults. We're saying sometimes you got to mitigate for the greater good.
I'm just telling you how the world in America is telling y'all. I get what y'all saying, but I'm just telling y'all what the world and the power that be is telling y'all.
Now, 2 weeks ago, Courtney.
But
hold on, let me frame it. A couple weeks ago, you was just talking about the quality of basketball that we're about to see. It's going to be AAU style. It's going to be mano a mano. Mm-hmm. It is my goal to bust your behind.
That's what it was.
So, has anybody impressed you so far in the scrimmages?
Nope. Everybody is. I'm not going to be impressed with the scrimmages because I expect it to be some sloppy play. I don't expect most of the players to play that long. You trying to figure it out. You get in rotation. I just wanted to see people hoop. See where your skill level at, where your conditioning at. Check it out. This is nothing. It's good to see it though, to see what's going on, get a feel. Now we got an idea. Now you can actually watch a debate show on ESPN, and they're actually talking about something relevant. You get it? So I expect them to be that way once healthy. Healthy, he's gonna be cold. But that's what anybody. When everybody talk about health with Bobo, I can say the same thing for Porzingis, but you'll tell me Porzingis is cold. I can say the same thing Joel Embiid, but you'll tell me top center in the league. I can tell you that about Kyrie. He's one of the best point guards in the league, but he might be hurt. Like it's a lot of them. Why we treat Bobo any different?
Facts.
It's a bunch of dudes that's if they ain't hurt, they'll be good.
I think that. So Ahmed King, shout out to Ak, made a very, very relevant statement that I was going to get to anyway. But he said we talking about scrimmages right now. We all thirsty for sports. That's facts. That's
Yeah.
that's
That's a fact, though.
that's legit. A shout out to you, man. Holla at you. Shout out to Hopi. Shout out to Tom Casey, TC Casey. Don't start no stuff this morning. Shout out to Walter Rankfield. Listen. Oh, shout out to Sharon Mullen. Everybody that's tuning in, man. If you're listening to Fresh Perspective Sports, I think that there's no possible way that we can legitimately evaluate anything until they start grinding. And so
I like it.
I like
what I saw.
I like things being experimental.
I like that there's no
But,
fans. I like that they got to be separate. I like it.
I was listening to Tracy McGrady the other day. He was like he hates the fact that there's no fans because he fed off of them. He loved playing on the road.
Not my problem, boss. This is what you get 30 million for. You better figure out, was it some fans when you was hooping it, trying to get out the hood?
Your team,
No.
your teammates,
No.
your teammates, and your coaches are fans right now.
No.
Yo,
They were doing other things than happened to be there.
saw-
But they wasn't cheering.
you saw
for
above the rim. You know there was fans out there.
it. No. Yeah, I did.
Some with
I
razors
seen-
in their
watch it.
mouth.
Watch it. I seen him doing crunches in the morning by himself. I seen him getting up to go hoop by himself. I seen him talk to his coach in the high school gym by himself.
You know, it was pretty interesting. I was talking to somebody and they was talking about the fact that they was going to be having these games without fans. He was saying if he was a player, he would be sitting in on the games and studying and looking for weaknesses and trying to get the upper hand since there's no fans.
As you
He
should.
attend all the games.
As you should. Yeah, you could do that.
Can
Why
you
you
do
can't? Why you can't?
If the Clippers playing the Lakers, can Russell Westbrook go watch their game?
Why not?
I mean, I'm asking. Can
I'm
they
in
do
the
that?
bubble.
What's going on, Ralph?
I'm in the bubble and we're in an empty stadium. Why not?
I mean, I don't.
Even if I go in the sweet box and I watch it from inside the arena,
I agree. I feel
they
like
should all be studying though.
Yeah.
Like everybody should be in film. You have nothing but the hotel, the areas around it, and basketball.
Like you said earlier, this might be the best basketball we see.
they should be
They don't have
studying.
nothing to do but hoop
You ain't got nothing to do but study, tape, and hoop.
and hoop. That's it.
Or
Can't
call-
go nowhere.
or-
You
or
can't go
call the
party.
Snitch line.
You can't go party. You can't go get in trouble.
You can call the snitch line.
Call the snitch line.
Snitch line is open.
Yeah,
Power
Y'all going
105.
crazy.
Snitch line.
y'all going crazy on that line.
He said, every time you left the bubble, you.
Oh Jesus! Don't ever do that again, Earth.
Oh, man.
Ever in your life.
Oh man, there's more in store, guys. And once again, you are watching Fresh Perspective Sports. Sorry for the technical difficulties earlier. We are back in effect and we are back into it. So, like you said, anybody else, the other day Giannis dropped 23 and 21 minutes. Now that's a guy that I'm interested in because I think Giannis, if he adds that 10, 12 footer, is gonna be beyond a problem.
I mean, we all know that, but don't worry for Giannis. Giannis gonna be fine. Worry about Giannis' teammates. Worry about his point guard making jump shots. That's what you got to worry about. Don't worry about Giannis. Giannis gonna do what Giannis do.
Okay, but I mean, is Giannis enough to overtake Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard?
He gotta get through the East first.
Yeah.
How you skip past
Yeah.
Boston, Philly?
It's hard
Toronto?
It's harder to get to the finals than when he get there.
He got to get through some real ones on it. He need to focus on the East right now.
Let's just be real. It's only two teams coming out the West: the Clippers or the Lakers.
I don't know, bro.
Who else?
Denver a problem.
Denver's
they
not
clear.
I don't think they beat neither one of them.
All right.
That's just my opinion.
Okay.
I don't think they beat them. But in the East, you got Milwaukee, you got Philly, you got Boston, you got sleeper Miami. Who else you got? Miami looked good the other day when they was in the little scrimmage. Who else?
It's another player in the West. Who was the
That's
top 14
about it.
in
I
the
think in
West?
the East. Huh?
Who was the top? OKC was the top 14. OKC gonna be a problem in this bubble. I don't know what y'all paying attention
I think
to.
the top 4 teams was Houston, Lakers, my Clippers, and Denver.
Okay.
I think I'm not studying Houston.
Okay. I'm not studying Houston. OKC gonna be a problem in this bubble.
They get put out first round.
Nah.
Yeah, they are.
Nah.
Look at they.
They'll play Denver. They be getting put out first round.
They
No, they
will
will not.
not.
They gonna beat Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This ain't.
They
this,
could beat them, but I think Denver win.
This ain't. But this ain't ran down.
You said the same
out-
thing last year, though.
about who?
You said OKC was going to beat Portland, and I told you, yes, no, they wasn't. I told you.
I did say that. I did say that. I did say that.
That's
They
probably
let
my
me-
favorite moment of the playoffs. When
Bo was like,
looked in the
Portland ain't
camera.
making it out the first round. I said,
They did.
okay. Next thing you know,
Paul George don't let me down.
Do that again, D.
Listen. All I'm
right before the
saying
memes.
is,
That was my favorite moment.
OKC is a threat
Utah
in
the
this
4th
bubble.
seed. Utah the 4th seed.
OKC a threat in this bubble, yo. This ain't ran down Chris Paul. This ain't I've been playing all season, wearing and tear on my body, and now I'm trying to drag my team through a playoff, Chris Paul.
Let me ask you a question.
This is I got to play half the season, build chemistry, then get 4 months off.
Who a bigger threat, OKC or Dallas? I got Dallas.
I got OKC.
Okay.
Because
I got
nobody in Dallas been there.
Okay.
True. What's
I mean,
Self have? I mean, went to the Western Conference Finals last year.
He ain't lead the show.
He didn't lead. You right. Luka better than everybody on OKC.
Chris Paul a better point guard than Luka right now.
All right, so Courtney,
Matter.
Courtney, put it on wax. Who coming out the East? Who coming out the West?
My East and West? I don't got no East and West.
Philly,
right now,
Philly versus the Clippers. I'm standing on what I've been standing on before the season stopped.
Just because of that retarded shit, I'm gonna pick somebody just because of that.
All right, so we opening up the floodgates on
Yeah. Because that was just retarded. Like, matter of fact, before I pick a team, let's talk about
Unless somebody gets
inside the
COVID.
bubble. Hold on. Because Bo sent it in the chat, and then somebody else mentioned it in New York, and I wasn't gonna let nobody slide. Right? Don't anybody text me or send me no video about Ben Simmons shooting a jump shot. First of all, I watched him do that early in the season, and then he ain't shoot another one for about 40 games.
Ain't no fans now. he ain't got nobody to say no. Shoot that shit, man.
Yeah. Hey, y'all. Listen, if Ben Simmons beats y'all with jump shot, live with it. He gonna have to show me. You got to show me.
They
you
playing
got
them.
that.
They playing them at the 4 too, right?
I don't care where they playing him.
That's much better.
Tell him to show me that.
Okay, so
I'm going Boston Clippers though.
we put it on wax.
I like that.
I'm going Boston Clippers.
East and West. Who you got?
Boston Clippers. Nope, Miami Clippers.
Miami.
Okay,
I like that. Miami got a solid team.
Miami can beat out of all of them.
I'm gonna go. I think Giannis gets over the hump this year.
What?
So I'm gonna go.
What?
I said I think Giannis gets over the hump this year. So I'm gonna go Clippers, Milwaukee.
You was drinking last
Hey,
night.
let me say something.
And the only reason I think they get over the hump is because when Rust kicks in the East, Giannis doesn't have to play with Rust because he gets to the basket with such ease.
Let me say something.
So
Hold up, y'all really think
You was drinking last night.
it's going to be an
might have
NBA?
been.
It's going to be an
It's none of your
NBA
business,
Finals without LeBron James.
I think the Clippers got a better team and a better coach. Coaching matters.
Coaching does matter. Shout out
Like,
to D
Lou
Burks. Happy
Williams-
birthday.
Lou Williams said
Shout
something the
out to
other
D.
day.
Burks, man.
When has it been a team when you got two 18-point scores coming off the bench? Name a team that done that. I can't think of one.
That's true. Okay.
Don't sleep. Hey, I still got Philly coming out, but don't sleep on Toronto. Nobody's talking about them.
told Bo.
Yeah.
They are a threat.
Nobody's talking about them.
And they're a legit threat too.
No, they didn't.
They've been there, and they've been there.
And they've been there.
No, they've been
And they-
there.
and
We
they-
just left, and we got 4 months rest
And
to get right back at it.
and they strap up. So
And we play defense.
yeah. So
They the biggest threat in the East, though.
We're just gonna see
I wouldn't say they're the biggest. They the quietest threat. I say the biggest threat is who you said, Miami.
who's their closer though.
No.
Who's Toronto
The
closer?
quietest threat.
Is it Kyle Lowry or is it Siakam?
I'm not answering that question.
Who's they what?
Who's their closer?
Siakam.
Siakam. Okay.
Okay.
Who else would it?
Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet.
Who they closer if they down by 3?
Fred VanVleet.
Van Fleet.
Shout out to the light skin.
It ain't Kyle Lowry. I'll tell you that much.
Because the light skin is the no.
Shout out Kyle Lowry. though.
It's Austin Rivers. And guys, we
Austin
moving
Rivers.
right along.
Yo, chill with that. Yo.
Something else. No, hold on. Something else happened this week. I know, we was going to cover like the major sports and everything, but anybody who knows me knows I'm a huge boxing fan.
I hear you, Ralph. Hold on. Before you jump into that, let's jump into the comment section because I got to follow up on some of this. Ralph Hall said Toronto exposed Giannis till he get that jumper. He's
He's not a serious.
He's not a serious threat. Okay, I disagree. Portland, no, I agree, but I disagree in this particular case because
shout out to Ralph Hall, man.
Portland going to be a problem. Ralph Hall. I said
Portland not making the playoffs.
Steven Adams looked great. Steven Adams definitely looked great.
The Dothraki.
He did.
Definitely looked great. But again, we talking about scrimmages, y'all. So Ralph Hall said Boston versus Clippers. I said I thought the same thing when he sent it. Ralph Hall said drinking gasoline if you think Bucks coming out.
I told you was drinking.
Toronto hasn't been there with the claw or without the claw. So
Toronto don't got to be there without the claw because they was Eastern Conference Finals prior to the claw.
That's facts.
The claw gave Pascal Siakam the blueprint to go get this done. He gave him everything he needed to know how to do it. Now it's up to Pascal Siakam.
Who the dog they got in the draft?
No.
But I'm saying that who
Davis. I thought last name was Davis.
I'm not even talking about who they drafted or none of that. I'm talking about the leader, the guy. Uh-huh. That was what Kawhi job. I'm big bro, you little bro. I gave you
and I like how to do it. I like the fact they got
now, can he do it to another level? We'll find out. But anybody in the East he'll see, he shouldn't be scared of because he's playing.
I like the fact they got Ibaka starting there and they got Gasol coming off the bench.
Yeah.
I like that.
Pascal shouldn't be scared of anybody he sees in the East because he's played in one.
But that's an interesting conversation because they were already balling out before they went into the COVID quarantine.
They were
Toronto.
Yeah, they were balling. They were number 2 seed.
Yeah, they were balling out. They were doing what they should have been doing before Claw got there.
They were playing as a team.
Yeah. So
they got a threat.
I still think Miami is the bigger threat. I think that they do everything that they do everything that Toronto does, but they got a legit closer.
Who the closer?
I don't know Jimmy a closer. It depends on the guy. I
didn't say cleaner. I said closer.
It depends on the guy.
He can hit a last second bucket. He can get you a bucket at the end of the game.
It depends on the guy. We think he thinks he is a superstar, but he's just an all-star. That's the guy.
Miami. If you want to go to the finals, Miami.
Okay. So everybody, y'all paying attention to the show today. Everything that was said today is on wax. Can't have anybody flip flopping and changing. But like I was saying this week, anybody who knows me knows I'm a big boxing fan, and some information came out this week that I was hoping was false, but it looks like it's going to be real. A date was set. I know you're
about to talk about what I was thinking about.
Yeah, I'm about to talk about it. Everybody's been talking about these Mike Tyson training videos, and people been going crazy on how good Mike looks. Now, they've actually set up an exhibition fight between Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. It's supposed to be going down in September. My personal opinion, I feel like, Roy, don't do it. The last thing to leave is power. Mike probably doesn't have enough stamina, but Mike definitely has enough power to knock you in the middle of next week. So, D, I'm gonna start off with you, man. Have you paid attention to this at all?
No.
Do you think it's gonna be entertaining at all?
No.
Full disclosure, they will be wearing headgear, and it's only 8 rounds.
Pause.
But there's already a tech company that's offered $50 million for the flight to be exclusively showed on their platform.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about this, man? You think it's going to be entertaining at all?
I didn't know Court's name was D today. That's
take it.
Here's the thing. This is a business move by Mike. This is the Legends only move, Brandon move that he's attempting to bring. It won't be just boxing, but it's an exhibition fight. I mean, I'm going to watch for the pure entertainment, specifically for the lead up, not necessarily for the actual event. I think that like the back and forth bantering, the Mike on weed and DXT or whatever that frog stuff is that he'd be doing, and Roy Jones Jr. putting together another album in preparation for this fight.
Yo, I must have forgot. He had a couple dope songs.
I think that's gonna be all of that is gonna be pure comedy. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna thrive on it. But when they get in the ring, man, it's two things. I mean, Mike's 54 and Roy Jones ain't never did anything with a real heavyweight. So this is a joke to me.
Roy Jones did win the heavyweight championship of the world, but Bo, I'm gonna go over to you, man. September 12th.
I said a real heavyweight.
expert. But hold on, before I go to you, Bo, you made an interesting point. Is Mike putting together a Legends League?
No.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Y'all believe that?
He spoke to it yesterday, and it's been in the talks for over a year. He talked about it on his own podcast.
I don't even want to look at my past podcast people. I want to look at the people. Y'all believe
So,
that?
Bo,
Whoa.
hold on, Court. You gonna get your turn.
Okay,
you gonna
fine,
get your turn.
fine.
To
Go ahead. Let's go
September
through this
12th.
whole thing.
September 12th, we gonna go Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. How you feel about this? Somebody's already decided to pay $50 million for the exclusive rights. Mike said he's giving all of his money to charity, man. How do you feel about this event?
I don't think he
Mike don't want to play taxes.
I'm more entertained about the undercard. What is Jack Paul versus Nate Robinson? I want to see that. I mean, like D said, I'm watching off pure entertainment. I want to see them fight. It ain't nothing else to do. It's nothing else on TV. Like we haven't had sports in how long? 4 or 5 months. I don't give a damn about them fighting. I don't. I'd rather hear Roy Jones perform his song "I Smoke, I Drink." I supposed to stop, but I can't. I'd rather hear that. Who gives a fuck about them fights? I don't care. Mike Tyson.
FCC.
Mike Tyson should win the fight. Though. He might even knock him out
With headgear on.
With headgear on. All right, Courtney. I know
They said Roy Jones' chin been loosened up with WD-40.
Courtney, you look so excited right now. What's your thoughts on this, man? Is this just a sideshow?
Yo, let me help y'all. First of all, Roy Jones is an idiot. Roy Jones is an idiot.
Thank
All
you.
of y'all and anybody that at D Stanfield talking about this is a promotion. You talking about is this a legend league? No. Did you not just watch Mike Tyson 4 months ago crying in a podcast interview telling you he feels like a bitch? He wants to hurt something. He doesn't want to let that animal out. He know what he's gonna do, and then all of a sudden he's in an exhibition. You're an idiot if you go fight a known stone cold brutal killer. Tells you I feel like killing. Hey, you want to get an exhibition fight? I've been training again. I'm only 54, man. I'm old. He been smoking weed and angry for like 10 years.
Court.
This is like a lion who has been stuck in a cage.
He said that on the podcast.
He said that.
He said I'm a lion.
I am an animal. I am a beast. I am a lion. I feel like a bitch. I want to hurt something and then go, Roy Jones want to do exhibition. And everybody go, it's promotion.
Yo, at the end of this, I got 5 words for you.
If he hurt Roy Jones, y'all know who I'm going to look at. All of y'all.
No, Court. When he hurt Roy Jones, I got Roy. 5 words for it. From 5 words for you. It's from Rocky. If he dies.
Stop it. Stop it.
No, don't stop it. You want to have a conversation. Roy Jones wants to fight Mike Tyson 8 rounds.
And got knocked out twice by Antonio Tarver.
You're talking about headgear from a dude that go run around punching animal bodies. And I'm tripping, man. I'm tripping. No, Mike, I don't.
Listen, I don't want Roy to do it either, because if you look at Roy's last 2 fights, Roy's last fight, he got laid out flat.
You seen the last time Mike Tyson slapped somebody?
Roy Jones?
Roy Jones is 51. And he should have stopped.
He's got the age advantage. He's got the reach advantage. He's got the height advantage.
He don't have the power no more. Roy don't have no power no more.
How do you know?
He don't have the reflexes no more either.
Yo,
watch his last fight.
Roy could win this fight, dog.
Stop it.
I bet you he don't.
Stop
Bet
it.
that.
The last thing to go is power.
Bet that.
Roy Jones is the Adrian Broner of heavyweights.
No,
he can beat anyone.
No, sir.
I bet
reflexes
you
are gone.
Anybody want to bet me that he don't?
Yeah, I know. We always talked about the exhibition stuff.
I don't want to see Roy get hurt.
Ain't nothing else to talk.
Ain't nothing else to talk about.
I don't want to see Roy get hurt.
This is what we've reduced ourselves to. This
is what we reduced ourselves to.
Let's talk. I'd rather talk about the Madden.
This is where we are right now.
I'd rather talk about the Madden rate.
I'd rather talk about the draft coming.
It's amazing. Shout out to Access Replay, where we are filming right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing that you brought up the Madden rankings right now, because we are in the gaming compound today, and we will be highlighting esports at some point throughout the season.
Absolutely.
But Well, I don't want to talk about the Madden rating today. 'Cause
Not
we
right
might
now.
have a special guest for that show.
And actually,
Facts,
we're coming up to that time, man. Where it's about time for us to start talking about our final perspectives. But before I move on to the final perspectives, just Roy, don't do it. Roy, don't do it. But
No, Roy, do it.
But you know what,
Roy,
Courtney,
I appreciate. Matter of fact, I was wrong, y'all. And before Earth said that, I was wrong. I appreciate you, Roy. We all need some entertainment. Leave it.
Yo, Roy, the only thing that I'll say that needs to change about this entire ordeal is take the headgear off, bro.
No. You know, Courtney, you've been on fire today, so you get to go last, man. Bo 2.0, I'm going to start with you guys. We coming up
Take
to the end of the
headgear
show.
off, Roy.
Been
If
an
you really
interesting
about
show.
that life, you said they must have forgot. If you really about that, remind them, Roy.
No.
Even Roy Jones was forced to lean back.
Y'all terrible, man. Y'all
Permanently.
disrespecting a legend. Bo 2.0,
I
we
ain't
coming up to
disrespect
that
that man
point
at
on the
all.
show, guys.
What I said.
So hold on, guys. Let's bring it in. Let's bring it in.
Guys.
So coming up to the final distress. And look, guys, I apologize about the technical difficulties, man. Sorry, and thank you for still rocking with us.
You in high fashion?
All right, Bo. These guys is bugging.
Yeah.
Let's go final perspective, man. Talk to me. What's on your mind?
Same thing like always, man. Stay safe. This COVID thing is not over with. We got sports back. We got MLB. We got basketball coming back. We don't know how important fans was until now. Like fans are very important to the game. I'm still going to watch the games.
So what's wrong?
There's nothing else to watch it, but fans are very important to the game. I mean, the game it's just they got fake crowd noise for crying out loud. Like, come on, man. This is a joke. You go to the baseball stadium, they got cardboard fans up there, man. Like, yeah. So, but I'm happy to watch the games. There's nothing else to watch. I like sports, so I'm gonna watch it. But fans are very important to the game. That's all I got to say.
All right, D. Stanfield.
What up?
You over here laughing, man. Let me hear your
Ralph.
Hey, what's in your
It's
cup?
hilarious. Yo, Ralph said, same thing I say, take that headgear off. He is Apollo versus Drago. If he dies, he dies.
And you know what, guys? Ralph Hall also has a podcast too, man.
Yeah,
check out my man Ralph, man. They be getting busy on there. Like we all gotta support one another. And Ralph, we definitely support you. So D. Stanfield, man, what's your final perspective?
My final perspective is this, man. There are potentially a myriad of entertaining things on the cusp of happening, but this can all be ended for us in over the course of minutes. COVID is real, and I appreciate the fanship. I appreciate the entertainment that we have at our footstool. But again, and I've been saying this for week over week. Life decisions, man. Don't let these finances supersede your ability to make adult decisions about what's best for you and your family.
Jeff Bezos made $79 billion while we was in COVID, y'all.
Anyway.
Okay, and so like I said, I'm gonna let Courtney go last. So I'm just gonna start my final perspective, man.
I feel like I got put in time.
Hey, my final perspective is for the people that's still in the chat, man. I appreciate you guys. We had a little bit of technical difficulty today, but we are continuously grinding and trying to take things to another level. For those who haven't yet, I want you to download the OnPoint Network app so that you can watch the show on the go and different other shows that are on that network. We definitely have an affiliation and we're on that network. So I just want you guys to, it's a free app. If you can download that app and watch us on that show as well, you can catch us on YouTube and also when we do our live. So I really appreciate you guys and everybody who was in the comments. Thank you very much. That's my final perspective. Now, Courtney, take us home.
My final perspective. I don't know what the older generation gonna do, but my generation, I know they talking about COVID and all that. Don't miss the big thing. 2010, 2011, when there was a recession, we missed Netflix, we missed Apple, we missed Facebook, we missed Amazon. We missed out on all that bread that we should have been on. Autonomous vehicles, marijuana, and cybersecurity are stocks y'all should be looking into. and should be buying in as we buy in Azul bottles, 42 bottles, Moet, Bel Air, Douce, Henny, whiskey, Sincoro, Casamigos. We buying a lot of bottles. We buying a lot of sneakers, a lot of shirts. Let's make sure we're investing too. Like, let's not miss the boat again, and everybody be broke and complaining about we ain't got no money, and we keep missing the boat every time.
The men of Phresh Perspective are not financial advisors and are not certified to give you any financial advisor advice. So let's be clear. If you make this decision, you are making it on your own.
Whole Slim. I ain't tell you to do nothing with your money. I just said things you should look into investing.
He said you be smart with your money. I understand.
I just said be smart with your money and do.
Just to be clear from the FCC, I don't want nobody saying, "Yo, the Phresh Perspective guys told me to get."
Hey, listen, I ain't even give you specifics. All I'm gonna say to the world is, I don't got a liquor license, but if I post that bottle, you might go buy it, right? Same thing. I ain't tell you.
I got you. And thank you guys for just tuning in. This is our second show at the Access. Next show, we will have all of the technical difficulties figured out and smoothed out. But thanks for rocking with us, and we'll see you guys next Saturday.
Yeah, that OnPoint network. That's the logo that you're looking for in the corner. Peace out.
Peace out.
Perspective.
Peace and blessings. Download that app, guys.
Peace out.